And he improves to quads on the river.
Just quads. Amazing.
Thank you.
Action on Daniel Negreanu. 10-9 suited.
I'm all in.
He shoves. Bonomo folds.
For once.
Kings.
I'm all in.
Bryn Kenny reshoves.
I got kings. I have the same hand. So weird.
I have the same man.
I was about to say I have kings and you actually have kings. Bryn's due to take a
fair
beat in
fight.
Bahamas, right? I think so.
Doesn't really happen, but
Well, it's got to happen eventually. This might be a good time to start.
Daniel does have a point, but in a vacuum, it is not looking good.
He is a 4-1 underdog. 10 high
Oh,
flop.
almost really
Zero
good.
sweat.
Yeah, but almost super good.
Yeah,
10-3,
those
whatever.
threes are terrible.
Now you have like a pair versus a pair pre-flop.
That's better. Sorta. Not really, no.
You were better off pre-flop.
Yeah, I was better up pre-flop.
How do they know that?
Daniel now a 9-1 underdog as we go to the turn.
Hey, that's how we play poker in the Bahamas. I told you were due. No king. I just mushed myself. Stop, this brain of mine. I got to stop looking at the board. Mushed myself here.
Daniel now a 95% favorite to double up with a full house. Boom!
4 quads.
Quads.
Back in business.
Wow.
All right. Thanks, bud.
And Pino flops the nuts. Must be nice.
Being real interested in what your opponent's doing can sometimes be a huge tell.
Powley, with bottom pair, continues for 45,000.
Will Pino raise or will he play it slow like when Clapton unplugged Layla?
He's a 97% favorite here. He just calls.
Got me on my knees.
Oh, Powley now with trips.
That is going to look like the best card to him, which actually makes it the worst card.
85,000.
Nope, Pino with the nice loud fake disgruntled exhale.
Once again, he just calls.
Didn't put on as much of a tailbuck show as I thought he would.
OMG, Powley Rivers quads.
Hachi Machi.
He had 3% equity on the flop.
Well, that's poker.
Runner, runner to make quad sevens, and now he checks.
Going for the old check raise.
Here comes Pino, 175,000.
I'm going to go ahead and call this bet entourage because I don't like it and I wish I'd never seen it in the first place.
I'm all in.
Powley shoves on him.
I guess that's a fold?
Another big pot for Powley. The flop. Queen, queen, 6. Trips for McDonald. A full house for Lunkin.
I haven't seen a cooler this sick since the time they had to airlift Robert Downey Jr. a new liver.
Check, check. Action on the pre-flop aggressor.
Really good chance Mike continues for value right now. Typically, he'd be looking for calls from ace high.
He bets 250,000.
In general, I like a smooth call here.
Well, this looks like a raise. Lunkin check raises to 750,000. O'Dwyer's out.
In this case, it's probably going to work out fine, but in general, when you check raise here, you're only getting paid when your opponent has a queen. And if your opponent does have a queen, you're probably going to get most of the chips anyway.
McDonald calls the raise. We go to the turn.
It's not a matter of if the chips are going in, it's when. This is the worst thing to happen to a Michael McDonald since the Doobie Brothers broke up.
8 of spades. McDonald has less than a pot-sized bet behind.
Lunkin's got nothing to worry about on this board.
Lunkin bets half pot, 1 million.
Mike's got just 2 million left.
He shoves.
Snap call.
High call.
Close enough.
Mike McDonald drawing thin.
Did he say 6 or sucks?
He needs a king, queen, or 8. He's got 6 outs. The river card. It's the case 6.
He should have said queen.
Yeah. Good. That's it.
And for the second time in this tournament, we have witnessed death by quads at the hands of Vitaly Lunkin.
Mike McDonald is not happy.
Armin Meta. That's pocket deuces.
And again, he has one of those under 20 big blind stacks. All in is probably better than folding.
All in.
He has shoved. Wolinovsky with ace-king in the big blind.
I'm all in.
Will reshove. Armin's girlfriend Bettina knows that can't be good news.
I have ace-king.
Jakobsen has folded, so Meta finds himself flipping for his tournament life.
Meta should be pleasantly surprised it is a flip after that Wilanowski rejam.
It's literally 50-50 with 5 cards to come. And if Meta doubles up, he'll go from being the short stack to third in chips at this final table. It's an ace-4-5 flop.
Yeah, we got a sweat.
Ben takes the lead.
Such a fish.
Meta needs a 3 or a deuce. Another ace on the turn. The same outs needed. Just a 15% chance that Meta survives. Well, that is a literal nail in his coffin.
Wow, that would have been sick.
I was quads yesterday, quads today. Be aware of Martin's on the hand.
Nice hand.
Game.
Understatement of the day. Quad aces for Ben Wolinovsky. Eliminates Armin Meta in 5th place. Here comes the flop. Well, there's a 9 and a 4. Set over set sickness.
Strap yourselves in for a car crash. This is going to be brutal, especially when the 8 hits the turn.
Nozaki is an amateur player from Japan here in Monaco on holiday. Won his seat in a live satellite.
And you know what I always say, James? Something I definitely stole. Always bet your sets.
63,000. Now Garcia has a gut shot. He calls.
When it goes bet call, yeah, I think I'd be a little confused too. I'd be real tempted to raise here. Someone's bound to have a draw or an overpair they can pay off with.
Drinan does not raise. He calls as well. Turn card. Here's a deuce. Doesn't change anything. Nozaki slows down. He checks.
Well, Nozaki's a dude here on vacation, so he's going to be more interested in GTL than GTO, but I think he probably should have kept betting there.
Garcia with the worst of it. Throws in 157,000.
I think that lead is pretty loco, or whatever the Polish word for loco is. When Connor overcalls on the flop, I think he's going to be pretty strong.
Drinan calls. Action now back on Nozaki.
I'm ordering.
He shoves.
No, man, Rising Sun over here just check-raised the kimono off you two.
There's not much more for Garcia to call.
Both these guys are committed. At least for Nozaki's raise.
Both call. So there could be further betting on the river between Garcia and Drinan. Nozaki officially at risk, but an 87% favorite. And he improves to quads on the river.
Just quads. Amazing. I hope he does not think poker's always this easy. So confusing.
Check, check.
Very nice.
Two pair.
Yeah, lucky day.
I mean, this is too funny. These two sharks thought they were going to carve this guy up like a piece of yellowtail, and it turns out they ate the piece of the fish that kills you.
Understand?
Thank you. Lucky day.